get my coffee intact on that one. Ugh. Earthquakes. Let's talk about those for a little bit. California just had one. Again. So, this is a fun topic. There's been a lot of things that have happened in California. You know, you have, what is it? There was devastation that happened in the Northridge earthquake. What was that, 1994? I believe you had Mount St. Helens in 1980. That was actually a year before I was born. I remember the Northridge quake. I actually lived down in California at the time. That was nuts. Which brings me to a point. Plate tectonics. How many of you pay attention in science class? The continental United States happens to lie mostly on the North American plate. Now, there's a small section on the Pacific plate that actually has a section in California on it, and that's how the San Andreas Fault is actually developed. Okay? Yeah, the San Andreas. So check this out. If Humboldt County gets an earthquake like they just did, and you can feel it in Sacramento, how close is Sacramento to the San Andreas Fault line? That tells you that we just... Because what they've determined is that the North American plate shifts south on the Pacific plate. So you always got to be prepared for that, man. There's a lot of things that you have to pay attention to when it comes to California and the seismic activity. The fire season especially, everybody's freaking out about that. All right, so look, let me just tell you how it worked. A long time ago, and I mean a long time ago, back in the 80s, okay? Yeah, I'm that old. Back in the 80s, man, all these places that are developed in California naturally caught on fire anyway. It always burned. It never stopped burning. There were places that I don't even recognize anymore that were known for catching on fire. They just do, you know. And so that was one of the other things that everybody was always freaking about. Fire season, fire season, fire season. California's had an extreme fire season. And all you did was take the box that the fire naturally burned in and make it smaller. But fire doesn't work that way. And earthquakes don't work that way. So you have to keep that in mind. Like, there's a lot of areas that look like they're buildable, but you shouldn't build on them. You know, so, but when it comes to the earthquakes and the ground shaking, I don't know what they teach nowadays in science, but honestly, they taught us what happens when the plates move. So, with that being said, don't freak out too much. It's just another way of the world saying, hey man, my shoulder was a little off. So, I'll see you guys later. I hope that was helpful, or at least funny, or something. Anyway, you guys take care. Like the video, share it with a friend, hit the subscribe button, and kick that bell out of the window, alright? And you'll get notified every time I drop a new video. Take care.